What's up guys, I'm BTC. Today we're going to go over all of the information about the upcoming Summer Games, when it's going to start, what's likely to change, and I'm also going to make my predictions for which characters are going to get the legendary skins. First up, when are the Summer Games going to begin? We have the Sigma event that's going to be ending today, and while it's possible that the Summer Games could start up right away tomorrow, or possibly maybe later this week, the 29th or the 30th, the Thursday, it's possible. I think it's more likely that the Summer Games are going to begin August 4th, or at latest August 11th, so sometime in the first or second week of August, and then it will run for 3 weeks until the end of the month, and maybe even a day or two into September. What can we expect? It's already been confirmed that Lucio Ball will be returning. I know everyone is super excited for that. To be fair, it is a fun game mode, but it does get a little redundant year after year after year after year. I really do not think that they're going to add a new map or a new stadium, because that would take away map building time that they're probably trying to use for Overwatch 2, and I just don't see it being worth it in order to make a new map. They already have a couple. I think they're just going to leave it at that. However, Blizzard has confirmed that there will be new stuff and some smaller changes to the event. My guess is it's going to be modifications to the game mode, similar to what they've done with some of the other events, where, for example, with May Snowball Fight, it's still the May Snowball Fight, but they have a different version of it. And then with the Archives missions, they added in the different challenge modes where you can only hit enemies with criticals, or there's no healing allowed, and that sort of stuff, like different versions of the Archives missions. They're probably going to do something similar with Lucio Ball. Maybe they'll add another character that's allowed to play inside that. I'm not really sure which one they would use. They can have all different kinds of things, and that's probably what it's going to be limited to. So we're still going to have Lucio Ball, and there's still going to be the competitive tournament ladder version of it, but there's probably also going to be new little kind of fun versions of the game as well. For picking the character skins, I have a very thorough process. I use a bunch of different Excel sheets. I look at all of the previous events, the similar events, how many legendaries and epics they've gotten in the last year, how many they have total, all that sort of stuff. And while I never get all of them, I usually get more than half. So it tends to be fairly accurate. For the cosmetics, we're likely going to get 5 legendary skins and 3 epics, with the 3 epics being given away during the weekly challenge events instead of through the loot boxes. But the difference for the Summer Games is that the epic skins are based on the country where the character comes from, and the skin includes a flag of that country. However, there's a little bit of a problem with that, because not every country allows for their flags to be put into the game. Blizzard has already said on several occasions that they would be happy to put the flags of everyone into the game, and people have asked, hey, why isn't such and such flag in the game? And the answer is because some of those countries just don't allow it, so Blizzard can't put them into the game, and because of that, certain characters just might not ever be able to get one of those special Summer Games country skins. That makes it a little more difficult to make predictions for these specific types of epic skins, because I don't know which countries don't allow their flag to be used, and there are a few that are notably missing if you look at the list of current flag icons in the game. Symmetra, who's been around since the very start, there's no flag of India. Doomfist has been around for a very long time, yet there's no flag of Nigeria. Orissa does have a flag, it's Numbani, but that's not a real place. Like, it represents the in-game fictional city, but it's not a real country. So would they even make a character skin for that? I don't know. I think they would probably put more effort into the real-world stuff before they start adding, the fictional in-game stuff. So what that means is there's a list of characters that could possibly get these epic skins that haven't yet. I also want to point out that countries can get more than one, because America got 2 with McCree and Reaper, and Sweden got 2 with Torbjorn and Brigitte. However, there are a few characters that don't really have a country to call home. Bastian really doesn't have one. Orissa has the fictional Numbani. Winston has the moon, maybe Gibraltar, and then Hammond also has the moon, or maybe Australia. But if they're going to do that, I think they would more likely give it to Roadhog or Junkrat instead. So what does that leave us with? Well, a few of these characters have never gotten any skin from the Summer Games, and I think it's more likely that they're going to get a legendary, and we'll cover that in just a second here. Also, I think Symmetra might be in that situation where it's just not allowed. Sigma could possibly get one because the flag is already in the game, but he just got a whole bunch of stuff, so maybe, but I don't think it's that likely. I think they're more likely going to give it to another character that hasn't been getting lots of stuff recently. And in the case of Ana and Pharah, they both represent the same spot. However, Ana has gotten a legendary skin from the Summer Games, and Pharah has never gotten anything in terms of skins from the Summer Games. So I think if they're going to give one of those, then it's probably going to be for Pharah. I also think that Doomfist is probably going to get one because he's gotten some other stuff this year. And the last one would be Zenyatta. That flag has been in the game for a very long time, and he has gotten a couple of legendaries recently, so he might end up getting the epic. So my pick for the epic skins are Doomfist, Pharah, and Zenyatta. For legendary skins, my first pick is Baptiste. He hasn't gotten that much stuff in quite a while. He did have a mini event, but that was an epic, and he has the lowest number of legendary skins for any character, with the exception of Echo, who was just added. Baptiste only has one legendary skin. I think there's a really good chance that he's going to get a legendary for this event. Next up is Bastian. He hasn't gotten a single epic or legendary skin from any of the major events in over a year. He also has never gotten a skin from the Summer Games. From the very start, all these years, never gotten a skin from the Summer Games. He did, however, get that Lego legendary from the mini event, but I still think that because he hasn't gotten anything from the Summer Games before, and he hasn't gotten anything in a major event for over a year, I would be very surprised if Bastian doesn't get a legendary for this event. I'm also going to make a secondary prediction on Bastian. I don't know exactly what he's going to get, but I think the bird is going to be a red parrot. And the reason for that is because he already has a seagull with one of his other legendary skins, the Steambot, and Ana has a green parrot with her Halloween skin for the pirate. So I think if they're going to give him something for the Summer Games, I think a red parrot is very kind of tropical, very summertime, and I think that's what it's going to be. The next character is Echo, and I know that she was just added, but if you look at what they've been doing with the other heroes that were recently added, Sigma, Baptiste, Ashe, Hammond, Brigitte, Moira, all of those characters got their first legendary only a couple of months after they were added to the game. And it's been about 4 or 5 months since Echo was added, and I think that there's a pretty decent chance that they're going to give her a legendary skin, because when you look at the older characters, I mean, Mercy has 9 legendaries already, so they're probably going to try to continue giving new items to the newer characters who don't have as much stuff, which is why I think there's a decent chance that Echo will get something. Next up is Orisa, who has never gotten a skin for the Summer Games. Also, she has some of the least number total of only 4, and she didn't really get a whole lot of stuff recently. She did get a legendary, but that was last Halloween. So I think there's a pretty good chance that because she's never gotten a skin for this event, and she just doesn't have a whole lot in total, Orisa probably going to get one. And number 5 is Symmetra. She hasn't gotten a single character skin for any of the Summer Games. She also hasn't gotten any legendaries in over a year from any of the major events. She did get something for BlizzCon, but from the major events, she only got 1 epic in the last year, and I would have considered her for one of the epics for this with the flag skins, but I don't know if the situation with her even allows it because of what I talked about earlier. So I think if they're going to give something and they're not allowed to use the flag, then she's probably going to get a legendary skin. I think there's a pretty good chance of this. So there you go, guys. Those are my predictions for the legendaries: Baptiste, Bastian, Echo, Orisa, and Symmetra. And then for the epics, Doomfist, Pharah, and Zenyatta. This was a really tough one. I really wanted to put Mei for a legendary, and then possibly Roadhog, Junkrat, or even Sigma for an epic. But you can only pick 5 and 3, so gotta pick at least some and leave the rest off. But now it's your turn. Which characters do you think are going to get legendary and epic skins? Leave your predictions down below. I'm also going to post this image over on my Twitter if you'd like to use that. So go and check it out and let me know what ones you think will get the new skins. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.